Hey, welcome back to the lecture. So in this lecture, let's explore about ASCII codes. The American National Standards Institute, which developed ANSI, also developed the ASCII codes. So ASCII stands for American Standard Code for Information Interchange. So by using ASCII standard, that is ASCII standard codes, you can encode 128 different characters which you encounter in your day-to-day life. That's why to encode any ASCII character, you just need 7 bits. So because there are 128 characters and one unique code will be used to represent a character. So in order to know the ASCII codes for the characters, you have to refer to the ASCII table. So this is the ASCII table which I got from internet. So now here you can see that. So these are, uppercase alphabets, right? And these are the respective ASCII codes for them in decimal. So these are actually the lowercase letters, right? And these are the respective ASCII codes. So not only for English alphabets, you can also get ASCII codes for special characters like space, double quote, hash, ampersand, etc. You also get ASCII codes to represent numbers from 0 to 9. And also, you get ASCII codes to represent some special characters such as carriage return, and this is for backspace. This is for horizontal tab. So like that. So these are the codes for the keys which you find on your computer keyboard. So let's take an example. Let's say I want to represent these characters inside the computer memory. So I want to store the word apple in computer memory. For the machine, everything is number, right? So machine doesn't recognize it like A or P or L or whatever. So for the machine, everything is number. So basically what we are going to do is we are going to store the respective ASCII codes of those characters inside the computer memory, right? So that's how we process the characters, strings, alphabets, etc. All right, so now let's do one exercise in order to print the string apple. First, let's represent the word apple in our program. So first of all, we know the ASCII codes. So now let's use variables to store those ASCII codes. Let me create a variable char a1. So a1 means, let's say, alphabet 1 is equal to, let me store the ASCII code. The ASCII code of A, that is 65. A2 alphabet 2, ASCII code of P, 112. So A3 is 112. Char A4 is equal to L is 108. Char A6 is equal to 58. A7 is equal to 41. So I think it's very hard, right? So this procedure is very hard that we should refer to the ASCII table and we have to pick the ASCII code. So instead of doing this, there is one shortcut method. So this is very chaotic, right? So you have to refer to the ASCII table, get the code and include that in the code. It is actually a very tedious process. There is one simple method, that is, instead of writing 65, just write A and give single quotes. So write your alphabet inside or character inside the single quotes. So compiler will replace this by 65. So that is easy, right? So let's do that instead of writing all these codes. This is very much easy, right? So A1 holds not A, it holds 65, the code of A. So that will be done by the compiler at the background. So you need not to worry about that. Let's printf. The string is. We want to print like characters, not like numbers, right? So that's why we have to use %c as the format specifier. So that's why you have to use %c, not %d. %c slash n, and let's print a1. Let's see how it goes. Let me just run this. So it printed a. %d, then it prints integer. It prints 65, right? This is a value which is stored in A1, right? So that's what printed here. But if you use percentage %C, it prints, the format will be changed to ASCII. If I want to print all these variables, so I have to repeat this, right? So percentage %C, C, percentage %C, percentage %C, so like this. So there are 7 format specifiers. And let me write A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7. Let's run. So it printed apple. So you can even remove this space here. Now let's run. So that's how you actually store the characters in your program. All these codes can be replaced by one line by using arrays. Like for example, I can do this. Char a of array is equal to apple. I can do this. For this, we have to explore arrays. So this we will see when we cover the sections arrays and strings. So that's how you store the characters and that's how you print the characters. And I hope you get the idea about ASCII and ASCII codes and about this format specifier percentage %C. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, and I'll see you in the next lecture.